Like, if you're a basketball fan, you grow up a fan, like, you love the Celtics. Well, maybe I guess you could hate them, but I think for myself, like, the Celtics is one of the premier organizations of the NBA. Like, you always grow up knowing what the Celtics are about, and obviously having won a championship 2 years ago now, it's kind of cool to just be in this building and kind of, surround yourself with the greatness that is played in this arena over the course of however many years. So I think it's a great opportunity for people in this city or fans around the area to come and support a W team here. And
Imagine Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, who are playing the same Connecticut Sun squad that gave her the infamous eye poke and body check back in June, entering Boston's famed TD Garden. 19,156 shouting Fever supporters filled the stadium, transforming this away game into their home court. However, this is something no one anticipated. As Clark outscored the Connecticut Sun in the last 5 minutes, she was poised to break not one, not two, but 3 WNBA records in one night. What followed will chill you to your core. Say something like, "I have the fever," if you agree with Caitlin and the Fever.
And I know their game last year had great attendance and great energy, so I'm expecting the same tonight. But for myself, like, you don't take these opportunities for granted. Like, it's always fun to go to a new arena and a new place and enjoy it, and I expect the same here tonight.
Jacy Sheldon's eye poke and Marina Mabrey's body check on Clark grabbed news for all the wrong reasons during their most recent meeting. It wasn't simply another game on June 17th. It was a nasty basketball mastery that infuriated the supporters. The referees allowed the physical play to get out of hand. There were several altercations. Players were kicked out. Additionally, Clark received a beating that caused...
Third quarter we go. They're trailing by 10. Keep an eye on her and Jacy Sheldon. Clark trying to back her down.
Clark is okay.
Sheldon fouls Clark, hitting her in the face. Clark is upset about that. Then everybody's upset about that. Marina Mabrey comes in. She decks Clark. Tempers flaring on both sides.
As the action moves to TD Garden, you can sense the intensity rising. This clash is no longer just another typical one for the season. This is a private matter. Knowing exactly what transpired the previous time they met the Sun, Clark enters that iconic arena. She can recall every dirty play, every cheap shot, and every instance where the referees turned their heads. This is
the announcers here saying, of course, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected because that was unwarranted. She literally came out of nowhere and chucked Caitlin Clark. There should be a flagrant one, of course, on Jacy Sheldon because she swiped her and hit her in the eyeball. Whether it is intentional or not, you can still have a flagrant a flagrant foul called on you, whether you are trying to intentionally hurt somebody or not. But this is what they called, you guys. This is what they called. Caitlin Clark, Marina Mabrey, Tina Charles were assessed with technical fouls on Tuesday. Caitlin, Marina, and Tina Charles. Technical fouls. That's it. Technical fouls. That's it. And Jacy Sheldon was assessed with a flagrant 1 foul, and no players were ejected.
The arena changes into a fantastic setting. Even though it's an away game, the 19,156 spectators create a thrilling environment that gives Indiana home court advantage at TD Garden. The energy is so crazy. Fever cries can be heard reverberating through this iconic venue's rafters. Instead of simply showing up, these itinerant fans took over. In her capacity as Clark's enforcer, Sophie Cunningham takes over. She is prepared to protect her teammate from future occurrences. The Sun from Connecticut attempts to use the same forceful defensive tactic that was successful in the past. They intend to use full court pressure and several defenders to startle Clark. Their strategy is to allow other Fever players to score as they concentrate on keeping the Snake's heart contained. However, the Fever are prepared this time. Clark now has support from her teammates in ways she didn't have previously. The support structure is really sturdy. Each participant...
Career for Allie. Clark trying to turn the corner. Oh, goes behind her back to find Howard.
Really good interior passing and patience by...
During warm-ups, you can see it in her eyes. It's evident in the way her teammates support her. The Fever team that was pushed around in June is not this one. This team had a single goal when they arrived in Boston. Show the Connecticut Sun what happens when their star is tampered with. When Indiana returned possession of the ball to Clark and allowed her to direct the attack, something clicked. You could see it right away. The tempo increased. The force changed. Earlier in the season, the Fever were dangerous because of this basketball. In the absence of their distinctive fast-paced style, the Fever has been having trouble defining themselves. An excessive number of possessions resulted in forced shoots. Players that are striving to do too much commit too many turnovers. There was no movement of
That's
Leah
morning.
Boston
You can tell me.
day yesterday.
It's okay. You can tell me when I'm calling.
That's fine. Here comes Clark. Working against Sheldon. Slices in.
Her, but deceptively, she is so quick and fast getting to the rim. Right here, gets up the floor with some force here. Jacy Sheldon doesn't even have the chance to react.
The goal of the Connecticut Sun's defense was to throw off Clark's flow and make her make tough shots. Every time she touched the ball, they sent several defenders at her. Her foulort was under pressure. They forced her to work for each item they owned. They had a straightforward plan. Make Clark uncomfortable so that they have to be beaten by other players. Clark accepts the challenge. She ups the ante and engages her teammates in ways that cause the Suns' defense to falter. She makes things for other people rather than forcing shots. Rather than becoming irritated, she locates the open man. The movement of the ball becomes contagious. It says it all. 22 assists on 29 made.
A back cut by Lacan.
On the rookie out of France. And it didn't take long for Indiana to strike back.
That is after a made.
With 20 points, Kelsey Mitchell lights up the court. Because Clark's playmaking creates possibilities for everyone, she's finding open looks. The Sun is no longer able to assist Mitchell. Mitchell's pounding down shots from all directions makes it impossible for them to cheat on Clark. Her goal serves as the ideal tribute to Clark's demise. With 18 points and 13 rebounds, Natasha Howard is a dominant player inside. The balanced attack is operating flawlessly. The Suns' defense is overworked, so Howard gets easy looks in the post. Off the bench, Sophie Cunningham contributes vital energy. When the team most needs her, she makes crucial shots. She keeps the Sun honest with her three-point shooting. She gains more possessions as a result of her defense. Even when the starters need a break.
Another opportunity on the O glass.
Cunningham already has 1-3, make it 2.
When all else fails. Kelsey Mitchell coming down, finds her teammate Sophie Cunningham. No passes, no problem.
Even Aaliyah Boston struggles with her shot, but she still contributes with rebounds and assists. The depth of the team is evident. Everybody is aware of their role. When called upon, everyone is prepared to step up. Boston is influencing victory in other ways, even when she isn't scoring goals. As a result, the Fever win a hard-fought game 85-77, demonstrating what occurs when they play their brand of basketball. Quick tempo, movement of the ball, and numerous scoring opportunities. They were dangerous throughout the season because of this mixture. The basketball that fans came to watch was this one. While the crew was
Boston somehow found Howard. That was a blaze of a pass.
Aaliyah Boston had her eye on Natasha Howard before she got the ball. You knew it.
Clark was quietly pursuing 3 separate WNBA records while everyone else was preoccupied with the team's performance. Silently, the numbers were increasing in the backdrop. Every game with 5 or more assists, every three-pointer and every assist. No one in the arena understood that they were witnessing the making of history. An intriguing tale is told on the stat sheet on paper. Clark's shooting stats appeared to be lacking. She only made 4 out of 14 field goals and 1 out of 7 three-pointers. For a superstar, those kinds of figures typically indicate a rough night. This is where things start to get interesting, though. Regardless,
And Sheldon is going to keep the pressure on Clark. You see Tina Charles with the responsibility of guarding Aaliyah Boston. High hedge on the ball screen on Clark.
Inside perfectly.
One thing you know about Tina Charles, she has every shot in her arsenal.
Now Sheldon, the height disadvantage against Howard.
Yeah, good recognition.
there was no fanfare when the first record dropped. With 450 career assists, Clark became the WNBA's fastest ever player. It only took her 53 games to do it. It's completely crazy when you consider it. To put this accomplishment in perspective, Tisha Panero held the previous record. In 62 games in the late 1990s, she accomplished the same feat. Clark broke that mark by 9 complete games. Even while 9 games might not seem like much, that makes a huge...
Yeah, you were announced today to obviously be in the three-point contest. Just what went into that decision, and what does it mean to do it for the first time in front of the fans in Indiana?
Yeah, I mean, not much went into it other than yes, I guess. Obviously, it's exciting. I've never participated in a three-point competition before, never practiced before, so just go out there and have fun. I think the lineup of people competing is tremendous. So more than anything, it's just going to be really great for our league and for women's basketball as a whole, just to have a lot of fun and experience that. So yeah, I'm just excited. I think Friday, the skills competition, and that will be a really exciting time, and we'll lead right into Saturday of a really great game as well.
That's not all, though. Additionally, Clark became the WNBA's fastest player to achieve 153 pointers in a career. Her ability to score from wherever on the court is demonstrated by this record. She is more than a mere bystander. Not only is she a scorer, she can harm you in a number of ways since she is a consummate player. Her rapid accumulation of three-pointers indicates that she adjusted to the professional game more quickly than anyone had anticipated. Perhaps the most remarkable record is the third one. Clark now has 40 games in a row with 5 or more assists. In the history of the WNBA, that is the longest streak. 40 continuous playmaking games.
Offensive rebound by Nelson Adota, and this time she was stuffed by Howard. Hull spots up and nails it.
The last 5 minutes include the most amazing content. By herself, Clark scored more points than the whole Connecticut Sun squad. Take a moment to consider that. A single player versus a whole squad. When it was most important, she took charge. When the game came down to it, she found her rhythm. She demonstrated to everyone her unique playing style. Clark's effect extends much beyond his ability to score points, as evidenced by his 3 records in a single night. She is a well-rounded player who influences victory in several ways. She improves her teammates. She generates opportunities that were previously non-existent.
Brutal. That's all you can say, and the look on Caitlin Clark's face said it all after she clearly tweaked her groin in the Fever win over the Connecticut Sun in what has been an injury-riddled season for Clark. And whether it was pain or frustration or a combination of both, you could see it weighing on her.
One terrible play in the last minute of what ought to have been a wonderful evening turned everything upside down. For a basket, Clark passed to Kelsey Mitchell. Then, gripping her right leg, she moaned in agony. You could tell right away that something wasn't right. She didn't look...
Right here, she explodes. Makes the backdoor pass. And immediately grabs the inside of that right leg. Yeah.